What is the fill handle? Okay, select a cell, any cell. Here we're going to select K19. Now, I see a black border around the cell with a small black square box in the bottom right hand corner. When I highlight my cursor over that box, I get a cross arrow. This black box, as seen over here in an enlarged example, is called the fill handle. What happens when I use that? Okay, so above here I have a table which is incomplete. We're going to finish the table by copying and putting in the correct items. For example, here I can see a sum formula summing all the sales made for people by each month. Now, those are incomplete. I want that formula to be the same in this cell, all the way to the end to this cell. I could either copy the formula and paste it, as we've seen in previous sessions, into these cells, or I can just highlight the formula, highlight the fill handle, double click and drag it along. And as you can see, it now has copied that sum formula for the remainder of the cells which I dragged over. Okay, let's try it here too. There's another formula, except now it's summing all the columns, not the rows. So let's double click the fill handle, drag it down to there, and there you have it. It summed up everything nice and automatically for you. So the months are incomplete. We've got the month of Jan here, but not all the way to December. So the fill handle comes in extremely useful here, because if I double click Jan and drag it across, you can see it's already telling me that it's going to call that month Feb. So it knows the sequential order of the months of the year. There we go, all the way to June, and I can carry on, double click, take that all the way over to December. Now it's important to know that with the fill handle, it copies the format of the cell that you've used as well. So before, if we undo that, all these cells were white. If we redo what we did with the fill handle, it's copied January's format all the way across. Another example, each person here needs an ID. Here I've got ID1 entered for James. Now imagine you've got 300 people. You could either go and enter ID1, ID2, ID3, ID4, ID5, all the way to 300. Or you can be smart and do it the quicker way, which is to use the fill handle. So highlight the fill handle of the cell, double click and drag it down. Excel knows that this is a sequential change, and that as you drag this down for each cell, it will increase the number. But what does it do if you have a number without text? So for example, we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here in column A. So let's drag down the fill handle here. All it's done is repeated the number 1. If I wanted to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'll need to enter a number 2 under the number 1, highlight the two of them together, because now Excel sees a pattern, and if I drag those two down together, it repeats the pattern 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's important to note that if you're getting frustrated and thinking the fill handle isn't working, you might want to check how you have it set up in the first place. If you don't have it alongside text, it won't automatically put an increment to the number. So very useful tool. Make sure you check out our video on the keyboard shortcuts, because there are other shortcuts you can use instead of the fill handle to copy information down, etc. See you in the next video.